Hi, I'm Jeffrey Craner, and my friend Cecil Baldwin, well, he loves horror movies, and he's helping make this genre more approachable for me, and hopefully for you too. One film at a time in a random order. Are you squeamish about horror movies? Don't worry, we'll tell you what happens. Adore horror movies? Great! Watch along with us each week. As always, check the show notes for content warnings about this week's episode discussion and film. This week, we randomly rolled a 6 for Alien, and a 2 for 5 or more words in the title. Here is episode 319.
Adopt number generisco. Podcast number 9.
This week on Random Number Generator, horror podcast number 9, Voyage of the Rock Aliens, 1984. Warning! Spoilers ahead.
One of my least favorite phrases is, well, it was a different time then. This is usually in response to behavior we find objectionable happening in the past, like, say, homophobic slurs or sexual harassment in the workplace or verbal abuse of children. It was a different time then. And I'm not saying that this phrase is incorrect. I don't want to go full wrong then, wrong now, #do better, but we have always known right from wrong. The only thing that changes is the public discourse around those things. As a society, we seem to think we need cultural permission to behave in a certain way, and so when we say it was a different time then, we're not talking about how okay a behavior is, we're talking about how punished someone will be for enacting it. Me Too and BLM have accelerated negative reinforcement against sexism and racism, but long before there were consequences, we knew right from wrong. We know what bad behavior is. All we need is emotional intelligence and an ability to be our own call-out culture and the willingness to change. Anyway, 1980s teen comedies are mean. They're cynical, and they tend to end in the outsider nerd laying claim to the hot girl. And that fills a formula, but we're not really addressing what love is or even what patriarchal ownership is, let alone the tyranny of monogamy. But Jeffrey, it was a different time. And yet here is Voyage of the Rock Aliens from 1984. And I'm not here to tell you that this is a perfect movie in terms of cultural sensitivities or plot structure or acting or directorial intentions, but I will tell you it is a rare 1980s film that focuses on personal growth and emotional intelligence. This is a spoofy movie with literally, at times, two-dimensional characters, but it centralizes self-reflection and change. It even expresses grace in its own corny way. Again, this is Voyage of the Rock Aliens. I am not telling you it is a feminist masterpiece. I'm simply here to say it's proof that you have a moral compass. You can always say and do what you know to be right. It's not easy to hold your place against cultural tides, but you can do it. And if you get it wrong, you can always commit to change. Hi, Cecil.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Cecil, we're starting an 80s rock band. What instrument are you playing?
Do I have to be able to actually play this instrument?
No, just in your dream world, you're really good at singing or drumming or whatever.
I'm not beefy enough to play a sax because you have to kind of have the biceps. You got to have the big bulgy biceps, be all oiled up to play the sax,
is a
right?
shirt-off instrument, yeah.
I mean, I want to say the guitar, but I'm not that nerdy.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not insane, so not really drums. I think I'm going to go with bass. Just like give me the cool, maybe the black, white sunglasses like we saw in this movie, not with the two-tone sunglasses, and just like fucking slap that bass.
I was going to say bass as well. I love bass. I think bass guitar is one of the coolest instruments. And also like the bass player is usually the most still person on stage in my mind. They tend to be people who keep their glasses on, grow their beard long, wear all black. They can get away with wearing hoodies and long jackets and things like that. Like they're just kind of the quiet person in the back of the band doing their thing, but I think they play the coolest part.
Slap that bass.
Or play it like a guitar, like one of the men in this movie does.
Sure. Sure.
I wasn't sure where to start with the intro because I was also just thinking about our 80s obsession with 50s culture.
Right? Nobody does the 50s like the 80s.
No, and in the same way that we're kind of stylistically reliving the 90s right now in the mid-2020s. that there's this kind of like 30-year curve as the people who grew up in the time start writing about the time and reliving it, but also criticizing it, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, yeah. And the 90s were doing the 60s.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, when we started flaring our jeans again and things like that. Yeah.
You know, get out those Jinko jeans. If you listen, don't destroy them. Just put them away in the closet. They'll come right back around.
Okay, you said right before we started recording, this is Temu grease, and you are not wrong.
Like, I ordered grease. Hell, I even ordered grease too. But this is what I got. And now I do a little video showing Pia Zadora and fucking Craig Sheffer.
I love Craig Sheffer.
Now, oh God, where do we even begin? I had heard of Pia Zadora, but the image in my head of who she was so different than who she actually is. I thought she was kind of like from the 60s, 70s, like a grande dame, like a B. Arthur, like a theater matron gone camp. So when we got this movie, and I'm like, okay, yeah, finally get to see who the fuck Pia Zadora is. I was like, oh, she's Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
Okay, she's like a little teeny, like, like big hair dancer singer, sorta.
So sorta, yeah.
She sings those songs because in this movie, a lot of these dudes don't sing those songs, but she's doing it.
She is technically singing the song.
Technically, according to the dictionary, she is singing. Yeah, I just think it's so funny when you have like an image in your head of somebody that you've kind of fostered because you've heard the name before or maybe seen them in like a crossword puzzle or, very much in passing and you have no kind of context clues. And then you see the actual and you're like, oh, I was so off base here.
There was, I want to say it was when I was a kid, we were like with the family playing like Trivial Pursuit, I think it was what it was. And I believe Pia Zadora ended up being like an answer to a question or somehow came up, I don't know, in the Trivial Pursuit. And I remember all the adults in the room just kind of like laughing and rolling their eyes at the notion of Pia Zadora. And that was my first introduction. It's such a memorable name because it sounds like one word.
Name ever.
It's like Don Amici. It sounds like one word.
Yeah. Like it sounds like it's a song. Like it should be the main character of a novel.
But she just seemed like a rich kid who, got to be a child actor on Broadway. Just kind of like kept getting pushed up through the top. Like I think her dad bought her an award.
Yes, I did. Yeah, we did a little after we rolled this movie last week. We were both. I think you and I were like to the internet, and we were just like, "What the fuck are we in for?" And there's this whole thing about like her dad, her agent, who knows, like paid for her to get a Golden Globe.
Yes,
and then later she's featured in a John Waters movie as Golden Globe winning Pia Zadora.
Yeah.
Come the fuck on. I love it.
Yeah, I don't think it was her family. I don't know if she was I say rich kid. She's
sounds like a PR stunt.
She's the daughter of two other like theater people, basically. Okay. So she grew up in a theater family. And I don't want to like shit on Pia Zadora here because I really fucking enjoyed the shit out of her in this movie.
I won't have a word said against her.
No, not at all. But well, here's the thing. So I remember Jillian and I years ago, Jillian, my ex, who is a choreographer, a dancer, and
like a serious dancer,
a real dancer, like a really trained dancer, makes dance
weird
dancer. And we were watching. We went to see the Neo-Futurists one night, and there was some dance number in it. And like the Neo-Futurists aren't necessarily known for dance. There are some people in the company who can dance pretty well, but for the most part, we're just kind of like doing a thing. But our friend Rob Neal was dancing.
Oh, Rob. And I love Rob's dancing.
he's not a good dancer, Rob Neal. I mean, objectively, if you're just saying technique and looking at it, he's not quite in time with anything. He's but he's doing all the moves correctly, and he's putting everything into it. And Jillian said he's the most engaging person in the dance.
It's the joy in his face.
It's the joy in his face, and he's doing it right, even if he doesn't have the technique to be a dancer. He looks
like a scarecrow come to life.
Yes.
That has been taught the choreography, but he is so goddamn happy to be alive in that moment.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's engaging.
Yeah. And it was to hear Jillian say that, I'm like, I need to have a different perspective on how I perceive performances. And that's how I felt about Pia Zadora here. Is she the most talented lead in a movie musical ever? No, but she's one of the most engaging.
Listen, the hair, the spandex,
the U.S. Marine Corps dress that she wears to the beach,
or when she's in her Devo space garb, the side pony scrunchy hat. I mean, what?
This movie is a masterpiece.
I guffawed.
Yeah.
Also, it's just sort of noticing trends in choreography. Let's stick with the choreography theme.
Yeah.
Man, Cats had a chokehold over a full decade and a half of choreography.
Yeah.
It's a lot of this. If you don't know, I'm making sort of like cat hands, like a lot of prowling. That's it. It's the prowl, 2, 3, 4, prowl.
Yep.
Clap, clap, prowl.
The mountain lion or puma scene.
Oh,
song.
shut the fuck. Oh my God, Jeffrey.
I rewound it and rewatched it because I was like, this is the best part of this whole movie.
When he's singing a whole verse, just doing some ab crunches on a rock. And then he turns it, and then he's next to the mountain lion.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to start at the beginning here, though.
When Temu and the Pussycats show up.
Temu and the Pussycats. Get out the list, Jeffrey.
Okay. What happens in this movie? Well, it's very simple. We have alien beings who look like...
that are totally not Devo.
They are not Devo.
They're not Devo.
They are Rema. Rhema is the name of the band. The real life band.
Actually, it's actually pronounced Rema.
Oh, it's Rema?
I'm
sorry.
It is. I did learn that. But in this film, they're called Absid and the Alphabet.
And it's not just Absid and the Alphabet. It's Absid and the EFGHI, etc., all the way to Z.
A, B, C, D, Absid. And the
EFG,
which fuck me up. I love that.
When you see it written on the drum and it's run out of room on the Okay, so each of these guys' names, it's Absid is our lead, A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D.
And then you have FG, EFGHI is how his name is spelled.
Mm-hmm.
JKLMN, I think.
Jacklum. JKLMN.
Uh-huh.
Nopqueer. NOPQR. And Stovitz. STOVTZ.
STUVY.
STUVTZ. Yeah. And then there's kind of the janky one who is honestly my favorite, who's AEIOU.
So good. And there's a big gumball machine computer robot.
Oh my God. So no, wait. The music starts.
Yep.
It is the most synthesizer you've ever heard. It's like this opening song. I didn't write down the names of the songs. I'm sorry. I was too busy picking up my jaw off the floor during this movie to take proper notes. It's kind of like West End Girls.
Yes.
It's a little bit of that. I'm kind of talk singing into the mic in a slightly strangulated voice. And then it's Voyage of the Rock Aliens in this sort of Fender guitar red font. that then explodes into glitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, Jeffrey, Suzanne Craner. What is going on right now? This opening song slaps.
That opening song
And
does slap.
It's good. It's like I would say the opening song it was my favorite beat of the, like, you can kind of take it out. I know Let's Party. Listen, the Let's Parties
the Let's Dance, yeah.
Which apparently was covered by David Hasselhoff.
So huge in Germany.
Huge. Apparently this was like, this never got a movie release. It was released in like 4 theaters and then went straight to VHS, but was like kind of popular in Germany.
I get why. Legitimately, this is a fun movie. I would watch this again. And
yeah.
I think not all the songs slap. In fact, we're going to get to,
No.
I think, hold on.
But the music is very competent, though.
The music is totally competent, and it's great. And I think you asked, I think, a pretty deep question about this film over text with me last night, which is, what in the Jermaine Jackson is happening? So we're going to get to this in a second.
What in the Jermaine Jackson is going on right now?
So the computer that kind of runs this ship is named 1359.
Yeah.
And
it is a gumball machine. It is a 4-foot gumball machine. Also, their ship just has like Galaga.
Yes, it's
like,
just got video games playing on the screen.
Straight video game. Like, it's got Pong. It's got, I don't know, insert 80s video. That's how this ship operates.
So 1359 is kind of almost like narrating to us at the beginning to say, we've got 3 other planets we could search for because we're looking for rocket planets with rock and roll. And then it shows a little video screen and it was like Teldar. And it's like puppets playing drums, and it just goes,
oh,
nope.
Fuck yes. And see, I'm like, can we stop in on Teldar? Because Teldar is like the spin-off that we gave to Peter Jackson.
And then there's Malix, which is just people at a wedding doing waltzes.
What? Yeah, it's like it's like old footage, like black and white footage of, people dressed to the nines at a ball.
Yes.
We're like, ugh, boring.
And then Asarima, which is just America spelled backwards.
What'd you just call me?
Asarima.
Well, I'm updating my Grindr profile as we speak.
And it's just America spelled backwards.
Shut the front up. I did not notice that, Jeffrey. Why'd you have to tell me this?
And
Asarima?
And then it just plays a music video of When the Rain Begins to Fall.
Rock and roll?
By Jermaine Jackson and Pia Zadora.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And this is very clearly a... Hey,
standalone.
It's a standalone. It has nothing to do with the movie. It is Jermaine Jackson's attempt to get a single made, a video released, and probably some of that funded by the movie company to make this video.
It's like just a tie-in. He's only in one scene. I am like, I got my vape. I got my THC vape in my hand. And again, I am picking my jaw up off the floor. Because it's like... dudes it's kind of like the Warriors garb, like a little post-apocalyptic
Doom,
a little like Master Blaster runs Border Town, like Tina Turner, and like it's very that, lots of chunky knits in metallics, and I'm like, okay, cool, and it's also like every man of color, like I'm like, okay, where is this going? 1984. And then we see fucking Jermaine Jackson in all his luscious glory.
Yeah.
And then we see who Jermaine and the boys are looking at. And it is a bunch of dudes, head to toe in white, like white motorcycle jackets, white crop top t-shirts, white parachute pants into white go-go boots on white dirt bikes. I'm like, are we going for racial commentary here? I don't know if we are.
I don't
because
know
it's
what's
immediately
happening.
undercut.
Uh-huh.
Because like motorcycle boys start going and they're driving down the beach and it's this fucking bitchin'. This is a bitchin' movie, by the way.
Yeah.
And then it's just the sound of seagulls. So I'm like, are they seagulls on bikes? One of them has like a nun's habit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like fucking like Game of Thrones style.
Yeah.
Veil.
So the two directors of this movie, James Fargo and Bob Giraldi. Bob Giraldi directed the Beat It video from Michael Jackson.
There you go.
You go. You can see the Jackson connection there, and also like in the style of it, like what if we took Beat It, but we made it bigger and more epic.
It's like a little gang fight. But it's not really a gang fight. And it's also, plot. Here's the plot. Pia Zadora takes one look at Jermaine Jackson and is like, my boyfriend's a nobody compared to this guy. You could just see her like, wow, like kind of like, I'm smiling because, I would never, but also I would. And then this attraction sparks a gang war. I gotta say, the most disappointed I was is that the lead singer of the Seagulls, not Flock of Seagulls, just a motorcycle of seagulls, and Jermaine Jackson get into an actual fist fight. And I was like, oh, this could have been some cool fight dancing. I wanted them to have a dance off rather than a like punch, kick. I'm like, show off your dance. Oh, you're Jermaine Jackson. Oh, okay.
And so this video wraps up, and 1359 is like, yeah, not that either, which I found very funny that it watched this music video and it's like, nope, let's go to Earth instead.
Because is it rock music? It's more like, is it? I don't know. It's popular. It's pop.
It's pop music. Yeah.
Pop music. One more thing before we move on from Jermaine and the boys.
Sure.
They don't make videos where there's just like a wall of fire anymore.
No, we really don't.
Like go to an abandoned seaside town and just set up a wall of fire. Mm-hmm. Because the lighting in this is fucking awesome. It's epic.
It's actually a very good 80s music video. Like, it's nonsensical and goofy and whatever, but it's pretty solid.
Just like how Jermaine is just singing on top of like a balcony, and the boys down in the like flock of seagulls are like, "Girl, you got us this time," and he's just like smiling and singing, and Pia Zadora's like, "Oh, I love him," but in the end, she does go back. It's like a microcosm of the movie we're about to see. I'm the girlfriend of the gang leader. I have kind of a crush on this other boy that's so different. But in the end, I'm going to stick with the jerk I know.
Well, we get back to 1350. We get back to 1359 on the ship. He's like, all right, well, we're just going to do Earth. It's 2,000 light years away. And when we get there, we're going to defrost the human aliens. This is so
Suzette Craner.
This is so good, Cecil. It's so good because this robot just opens up a literal fridge, and inside is a 6-pack of clear tubes, each containing an action figure. It basically just took He-Man action figures and painted them to look like them.
You're reheating He-Man.
And also this notion that not only are these men not even frozen, they're just refrigerated, but they've also been shrunken down. Mm-hmm, they've been compacted, freeze-dried.
Yes.
And he shoves these things, and we watch these action figures go through this long, clear tube.
And they're just like being just on a string through a tube.
Oh, my little downtown theater heart was going ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. I was having such a great time.
And then they go to a little garbage chute, and each of them kind of materialize.
Yeah, and we learn all 6 of their names. It's A-E-I-O-U, I-U, who pops out last, and he's always the one who's kind of screwing up everything.
Because he's the one they had to put in twice. He comes out backwards. He's the, but he's the lovable screw up, which, come on, I love it.
I think my favorite song in this is this Rema song, The 21st Century.
Yes. This is so good. Actually, both of their songs, this one and the Combine Man, yes, like new wave, electro futurist pop.
I like that this movie kind of, unlike a lot of like true musical, like stage musicals, which can use rock and roll and hip hop and other elements of different musical genres. But this one really does make kind of a poo-poo platter of different sub-genres of rock and roll, because we've got new wave.
It's like
rockabilly. And then we've got new wave, we've got rockabilly, we've got like
our power ballad.
And we've even got our Jermaine Jackson, this kind of like soul, neo pop soul sort of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was all pretty great, the way that they kind of ran the gamut with all of the different artists taking on these songs.
Also, their costumes are chef's kiss. It's like pink Mork from Ork oven mitts. But they also kind of have like big broad shoulders, because it's not the 80s unless you have some shoulder pads. Come on now. It makes those boys look real cool. They all have like a streak of purple in their hair. They've got some crazy, the long, skinny Geordie from Star Trek The Next Generation sunglasses on. Hot.
One of the subplots or sub-themes of this movie is climate change, and the way in which we've destroyed our Earth. Because 21st century, like the main kind of lyric that repeats is, we have the world at the palm of our hands, and then we turned around and dropped it. We could have been living in the 21st century, but we're here in this bullshit state. And when we get to Earth, so one, they get sent down to Earth in a phone booth.
Sure.
Like, I guess nod to Doctor Who.
Yes, because they're like, we're going incognito, and this is something that our research has told us would not stand out.
But on Earth, we see that, okay, so the town name is Spielberg, USA.
Oh, no.
And the name of their big lake is Lake Erie, but Eerie.
Yeah.
And the sign at Lake Erie is like, no swimming, no fishing, don't go in the water, don't look at the water. Like, it's just,
no kidding.
You can't acknowledge anything there. And it's like,
all like this sort of bubbling... like it's very toxic. It's trying to give Toxic Avenger class of Nukem High. And people are like gathered around the lake, and like some dude, very in that, like Psycho Beach Party, some dude like throws his surfboard onto the lake. I don't know how much surfing you're gonna do on the lake, my brother. And it just like decomposes, and he's like, oh. Which I'm like, you live here.
That's so funny, though.
How many surfboards have you gone through? Like in my mind, like every day he gets up and buys a new surfboard for however much, and then throws it in. He's like, well, not today. Oh, well.
I saw a comment from one of the screenwriter of this movie that he said his idea, like the goal from the beginning was to make a B movie, right? And
yes,
it was, they set out, this movie accomplishes exactly what they wanted to accomplish. This is not a failed attempt at making a good movie. This is a successful attempt at making a cheesy movie. But he said his idea was, he thought about it like when you're flipping channels back and forth.
Yeah.
And, on one channel, there's like a 50s surfer beach party movie. And then on another channel, there's like a sci-fi Plan 9 sort of movie. And then on another channel, it's just rock music videos. And on another channel, it's an old horror movie about a chainsaw killer. Success. This movie's going to nail all of them. And I think the humor in this, it's not to the level of constant barrage of puns and plays on words and visual tricks like Naked Gun or Airplane, but
it's not as intelligent / abstract as like UHF.
Right. It's not full throttle spoof in that way, but I think it's just cute. I think this is a pretty wholesome movie for the most part.
It's very wholesome.
And I really liked that about it. And so when the jokes land, I think they land really well. And there's a lot of little background things, like putting his surfboard on a lake, one, is funny, and two, the fact that it dissolves is great. And that while we're just having another song, a whole musical scene on this beach, there's like a tentacle coming out of the water and grabbing people.
Yes.
Great.
Well, it's like it's trying to grab people.
Yeah.
But then, unfortunately, we do get some like, kind of icky body shame of like the heavier girl who's like jogging down the beach steps on the tentacle and it like, like recoils. You're like, okay, all right.
We got our I Want song from Dee Dee, played by Pia Zadora.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Real love, real love. That's what I want. And
I love it. Like, what is it? The Mark Shaman School of Musical Theater. Song number 1, introduce where you are. Song number 2, introduce what your main character wants. Song number 3, show off what the villain is doing.
I think my favorite choreography in this whole movie is in Real Love because it's the swing set choreography. It's the back and forth. So she's like walking perpendicular to the swing set as people are swinging on either side of her.
Yes.
Looks very dangerous, but I loved it.
Yes. Apparently, she got like, I don't remember which of the main actors. It's either like Frankie or Absid. I think Frankie kicked her in the fucking head.
Oh no.
Like there was some choreography carnage.
Oh no.
Apparently, because let's just say these boys are not natural dancers, per se.
I saw on the Wikipedia page too that they in casting the movie they really wanted people with acting experience and stage acting experience rather than musical talent. Mm-hmm. I mean, like it wasn't important to them that they found people who could sing so much as people who just had stage acting experience, and there's nothing poorly acted. I kind of teased about it in the intro, but like I don't think there's much poorly acted about this movie. Everybody's doing the exact movie they were told to do.
They're doing Temu Grease.
Yeah, and it's
like
perfect.
Your knockoff Danny Zuko and your knockoff that other dude from Grease 2, the kind of like sensitive,
Yes.
Your sensitive Devo, like autistic alien dude.
Well, we're going to meet Frankie, who is Dee Dee's boyfriend.
Now listen, I am old. I'm not like, I was 5 when this movie came out, so I'm not that old. But I am too old to use terms like looks maxing and what is the thing where you like press your tongue up against your jaw in order to make your jaw, like whatever the fuck is. This dude would have them all begging.
Oh my God.
Begging.
He is such a looks maxer.
His face is like out of control.
Yeah.
Apparently he was also like on Broadway in like Torch Song Trilogy.
Yeah. He turned down Torch Song Trilogy to do this movie and then later went back and was in Torch Song Trilogy.
Good for you, Chris Sheffer.
Craig
Sheffer, not Chris Sheffer. Yeah. Craig. But he's also playing like the ultimate kind of like, he's an asshole who like beats up on his bandmates. How dare you have a song rehearsal without me? For the half of this movie, I was just like, what is it you do here exactly?
Well, because we never actually see him perform with his band.
He never performs with the band. I was like, oh, is he the sax player? Nope. That is some other dude.
Yep, that's whoever Jimmy and the Mustangs, basically.
Like, that's a person that could actually play saxophone.
Yeah, so his band is the Pack, but they're the actual band playing them is a band called Jimmy and the Mustangs, which is a real band. And I think the idea here is that he simply is just a control freak, right? It's just that, like, he just tells everyone what to do and he can't stand it otherwise. I love all the creative ways in which it begins with him kind of like elbowing people or just like slapping somebody. There's a moment where there's like a line of like 4 guys telling him news he doesn't want to hear, and he just goes one big slap down the line. Another guy claps too hard for the other band, and he says, "Bury your face." And the man for the rest of the movie has his head buried in the beach sand.
Come on.
It's so ridiculous. But yeah, his whole thing is that he uses violence to get what he wants and to control people. And in his relationship with Frankie, it's like he's super controlling in this relationship.
Oh, with Dee Dee.
I'm
with
sorry.
Dee Dee.
Yeah, Frankie with Dee Dee. He's so controlling of Dee Dee's time. He won't even though she wants to be a singer, he won't let her perform with him or without him. And so it's like, what am I supposed to do here?
Yeah.
Okay. So the aliens get transported down, and we're going to meet the sheriff, who doesn't do as much in this movie as I wanted her to, but when she is doing it, she's doing the most.
Jeffrey.
Ruth Gordon.
Because you'll just be watching some Temu Devo music video, and then Ruth Gordon be like, "No, what are you talking about?" Like that voice, the accent. Could you just, no, let me talk to the aliens. I'll talk to the aliens. Like all of 2.5 feet of her.
She's the sheriff of Spielberg, and she's obsessed with these fucking aliens coming in because she sees the ship land, or the ship land.
She's like, wow. Oh yeah, she's also watching some hunky dude work out.
Yes, that's what she's got her telescope out, and that's what she sees first.
Old people who are sexually libidinous, always comedy gold.
These guys arrive, and I like the way they test the atmosphere, because they're doing a lot of just bouncing, just testing their gravity.
Yeah, sure.
And two, Absid is holding his breath, but then he reaches out, grabs just with his hand, grabs some air and puts it in his mouth like he just ate a handful of peanuts. And he's like, okay, the air's good, you guys.
I can't. It's too good.
It's too good.
It's possibly too good to be watched by human eyes.
You're under arrest. The joke was too good.
Directly to theater jail.
Okay, here's another kind of 80s trope we had to do. This is one of the few, like the fat phobic joke. We have the moment where the aliens are walking on the bridge, and they see a group of young people making out on Lookout Point or what have you, and they zap the clothes off of them so that they can wear normal-looking clothes.
Hey, at least we get some boobies.
We got some boobies.
It's not an 80s teen comedy without some boobies.
Not a quick booby flash.
And he's like, "It's my birthday. I'm going to make a starlight, star bright. First star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might. Give me the wish I wish tonight." Everybody's naked. Oh, you asshole.
So ridiculous. Absid asks 1359, any intelligent life forms here? Life forms, yes. Intelligent, no. Thanks,
Stop.
Dad. Give me another joke.
Stop. He is really the dad. He's the robot is the dad of the group. The kind of but not real. He's not your real dad. He's your Uncle Buck fun dad who's I'm going to be hanging out outside, just, kicking rocks while you all do your teenage shit inside the malt shop.
So in order to fit in, he can't just be a big robot. So he turns himself into a fire hydrant. Mm-hmm. And I am counting down. At this point, I put it on the timer of when is the dog gonna wee on him? Yep. We get a variation of that joke.
It's an hour. It's an hour into it. This is even better. The dog approaches, and then because the fire hydrant has 2 spigots, like Dolly Parton titties, and when the dog approaches, it sprays the dog, it pees on the dog.
I think the funnier fire hydrant joke is this one where they get to the diner and they're like, well, you clearly have to wait outside. So
this is good.
It just stops on the curb, and I'm waiting for the dog to walk up. But what happens is a cop walks up, sees the car parked by this fire hydrant, and gives it a ticket.
And he's like, and then he says, "Thank you very much."
Yeah, thank you, officer.
This car was blocking my view of the street.
It's really good. It's really, really good. Well, these alien boys arrive at this diner. This rockabilly diner, by the way. total
Yes.
like
Oh,
50s jukebox
Ed
joint.
DeBevick's,
Yes.
Red Robin.
And people cannot stop staring at them because
I
they are
know.
acting like aliens.
Also, they're dressed like Mork from Ork.
Yeah.
They're also the new kids in town.
Yep.
But this is great. Like, they all kind of enter as one. They all like very stylized, sort of like we sit down at once, and then they just begin exploring things. One of them like eats a whole sugar shaker worth of sugar and then kind of like spits it out. One of them is obsessed with pulling napkins out of the napkin holder.
They're like, what if people but cat brain in humans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're also going to meet my favorite character in this movie, Diane, which is Dee Dee's best friend.
Oh, Diane.
Love Diane.
With the bump, with the like, she literally has like, there's something about Mary hair.
Yeah, the front bump is so good.
The front bump that is, I mean, it's a full 6 to 8 inches off of her head. Like, she fell asleep face down and then woke up and her hair is just like, is she an adult? Is she a teenager? I think she's class president kind of vibes.
Yes.
Like, I'm the responsible teenager. I'm Dee Dee's friend.
We joke all the time about when we see teen characters in movies, we're like, well, these guys are 30 years old. I mean, Pia Zadora was literally 30 years old when this movie came out. So, she was born in 1954. Diane is 25 when this movie comes out, so a little closer. Yeah.
It's just the hair that, like, Jeffrey, the amount of hairspray that went into the making of this movie.
Oh my God. This is why we had a hole in the ozone.
This is it.
Yeah.
Like the hole in the ozone layer should have been called the Aquanet Voyage of the Rock Aliens Ozone Depleted Hole.
We get this really great song. I don't know if the song is great, but like the video for it is great because they're talking in the girls' bathroom. Diana's like, "What's your deal with Frankie? Like, he's kind of difficult. Like, is everything cool?
Yeah.
How's your boyfriend? How's your love life going? It seems a little weird." She's like, "No, you bring out the lover in me," is the song. Like, there's something about him that makes me excited, makes me feel good. And then we get the feet below all of the stalls with the underwear at the ankles.
But with like their panties pulled down.
Yeah, they're just doing foot choreography back there. And then eventually all the stalls, the women are all dressed by this time, but the stalls all open, and inside each stall door is a big poster of Frankie. The amount of budget put into printing full color plastic sheets was so high. They made so many full printouts.
We get one for Frankie. We get one for Absid. We get oh my God, by the time we get to Frankie's locker of Dee Dee,
the two boys on the steamroller who get flattened.
Yes.
The only two people who die in this movie.
Yeah.
And in like Roadrunner
but
rules,
like Who
they
Framed
did
Roger
die.
Rabbit? Like when the bad guy like gets steamrolled and then like you can just blow him up.
Yes.
And they're like, ugh.
We have learned at this point that the big dance is tonight at Heidi High.
Yes. Jeffrey. Not me attending Heidi High.
Oh, it's such a good name for a school.
It's a good name for a drag queen. This is my new drag name.
Yes.
Is Heidi High.
Heidi High. It's brilliant. It's so brilliant. I think it's so good. Big dance is going to be tonight. And as Dee Dee and Diane return to the diner to join the crew, they see the alien boys there, and Dee Dee sees Absid and is kind of like, oh, he's kind of cute, makes little eyes at him.
And Absid is steam, literally steam coming out of his suit.
And he fully explodes. His legs, arms, and head all shoot off out of his body.
Yes. So like his head is like on the table, like in a banana split.
Uh-huh.
All the alien boys have to go like pick up an arm off of other people's tables.
Yep. One of the pack with Frankie is like, man, some guys will do anything to impress a girl.
Yes.
Adorable.
That's true.
there's this weird dance choreographed sequence where they're trying to sneak these body parts back into the phone booth because that's how they zap back up to the ship without...
With Ruth Gordon.
Yes.
That they're doing like Keystone Cop, like she's looking one way and like one of the Devo boys is looking the other way with like a head. And then they like sneak around each other in a circle.
So Benny Hill.
It's Abbott and Costello. It's like the dumbest of comedies, and it's the best.
Chef's kiss. Yeah, they throw all of his parts into this hole in the machine.
The rehydrator.
And it prints out a 2D, full-size, full-color 2D version of Absid, which they then have to inflate, and then he's back to normal.
I love this. This is this song, Combine Man. I love it.
Yeah, it's really good.
And apparently the dude who wrote it, he was working at like a mental institution or like a and apparently one of his clients was just ranting.
Uh-huh.
And that's how he got the lyrics for this song.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And because of this movie, he just sort of quit. He's like, I hate this job. I'm going to quit this to pursue music. But this dude gave him the lyrics to the, like, ChatGPT could never.
The other thing is that when these boys return to Earth at the end of this music video stretch of this number, they've returned to Earth and they're playing this song while on a tractor at the beach.
Yes, because it's Combine. It's like a Combine.
Yeah, yes. And everyone's out there cheering for them. This is when...
Well, which is, like, they realized, okay, maybe just now that we've gotten a little, like, we've invaded the malt shop, maybe that was a little too intense. But if we kind of go as a group and show them our musical prowess, because we have not mentioned that they play keyboards on their spaceship, and that's how they navigate their spaceship is with music. So they're like, oh, we just have to go to the beach and play a little musical number. We play our favorite Combine Man, and everybody will love us.
Yeah, these boys kind of ingratiate themselves to the townsfolk by playing this song, and it's Diane who introduces herself to them as in, like, I'm the head of entertainment committee. You should play tonight at the dance. And they, again, cat brain, like they just keep touching her and grabbing at her.
Like they're inspecting her pencil, her hair, her clothes. And it's funny. And then it gets awkward. And then it gets creepy. And then it gets funny again.
Yes. I think she does such a great job of never responding in a way that feels creeped out. Like she's uncomfortable.
She's rolling with it. It's weird, but not bad.
I think in some ways her character is a little not naifish, more like just willfully ignorant of the world, but also like super positive. Like just people are inherently good.
She's very practical.
Yeah, and I just will trust that the world won't do me harm as later when she meets the chainsaw killer, basically.
Oh my God, yeah.
So, but
she's the ultimate best friend of the pretty girl. Yeah. She's the resourceful girl.
She's got very like straight white male energy in the sense that like she can just kind of move through life and not be bothered by very much at all. And she's also a mechanic. She's
competent, resourceful girl.
Yeah, and so like any problem can be solved through a little bit of elbow grease or literal grease.
Starting or growing your own business can be intimidating and lonely at times. Your to-do list may feel endless with new tasks, and lists can easily begin to overrun your life. So finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything as a built-in business partner can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Gymshark, Rare Beauty, and Heinz, to brands just getting started. Shopify has hundreds of ready-to-use templates that can help you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. And you can tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. And if people haven't heard about your brand, you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns. to reach customers wherever they're scrolling or strolling. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm.
Do you want even more Random Number Generator Horror Podcast number 9, like at least 12 extra episodes a year that you can participate in live, that you can actually help pick the films for? Would that be worth $5? I don't know, your call, friend, but if it does sound good, check out patreon.com/randomhorror9. For $5 a month, there are monthly live streams and a back catalog of 60 plus other live streams we've already done. Not to mention, you get an ad-free feed of the regular podcast. You can also join our Patreon for $0 a month and be part of our discussion threads for each and every episode, and also help us pick horror shorts for our bonus episodes on Fridays the 13th and Halloween. I'm not sure. That's patreon.com/randomhorror9. Okay. Absid has devised, I wasn't sure where this was going to go, and thankfully, it didn't land where I would have loved for it to land, but he makes a device. It's like a little electronic thing that hangs around his neck, but it's like this female response stimulator, and it's
a sexual response stimulator. It's frequency.
It's basically a frequency that's supposed to turn women into like love potioned people that want to ravage him. And everyone else, including 1359, are like, I don't think you should be doing that. Like, not like because
this is
that's
untested,
wrong, but it's
untested on this planet. We don't know what it's going to do.
He's like, well, let's test it now. So he goes to the malt shop diner place and tries it, but he had it set on the wrong gender, and all the boys get up on him.
And then there's just like a cuddle puddle of all the dudes on top of him, and they're like so on top of him they crush his little receptor, and then they're like, except for one dude who's like, I kind of liked it.
Yeah, roses and thorns. Thorn is like, I hate that like that Absid is so disgusted by this.
Yeah.
But Rose, I do love that the one guy who had been like macking on Diane
is like, I don't know, wasn't that bad.
Yeah, she was like, I didn't know you were that way.
I'm kind of curious.
I didn't know you were that way. He's like, I've never been attracted to him, but it was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, there you go.
Which honestly, listen, did you see the main the choreographer who is, I can't remember which number he dances with Dee Dee.
Oh, yes.
The sort of like ginger mustache dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't have that man on set and be totally homophobic, right? Because that man is a homosexual.
It's the scene has a little bit of like no homo vibes to it, but it's
not the worst.
It's not the worst. And also, I'm glad that we just damaged the device and moved on.
So we can kind of,
because I was like, I hope it's not the aliens trying to like revenge of the nerds.
Dee Dee's not like under a love spell, so she's doing something against her will. No, and she's actually kind of like, oh no, you broke your thing. That sucks. Hey, do you want to sit down and talk? But only for a minute, because my boyfriend is kind of a dick.
But we learn, and Absid learns, that Dee Dee just wants to sing, but like Frankie won't let her sing with his band.
Which he doesn't sing with either. And he doesn't set up any of the instruments for.
No.
So, what?
Yeah.
Is he their manager?
And he says, well, why don't you sing with us? Me? Sing with you cool guys?
Yeah, sing with us tonight.
Okay, so now we're going to get to each of the alien boys has kind of a directive of researching something on this planet.
Yes.
One of the dudes is out there just like investigating cow dung.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But
just putting it in a Ziploc baggie. Just like zip evidence.
But one of the dudes has to go look into the hospital, so he goes to the hospital for the criminally insane.
Oh my God.
And he can't get in because the gates are locked.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, nuts.
But then this chainsaw comes through this wood fence, the high security there, and saws around him, and these two boys leave, and they are in not just hospital garb, but like classic, like black and white stripe chain gang prisoner outfit.
Like, oh brother, where art
Yeah.
thou? Chain gang prison outfit. And also it's Michael Berryman of The Hills Have Eyes. But his it's pancake white makeup with like hollow, like black hollow eyes. And then who's his little friend? Breather, who is attached to a flyer wagon filled with tubes and stuff.
Yes.
Also pancake white makeup.
And this alien guy, as these two criminally insane men are leaving, there's kind of like some niceties there, like, oh, excuse me, yeah, oh, sorry about that.
Oh, pardon me.
Yeah, pardon me. And he's like recording note to self, like, the hospital patients here seem very warm and outgoing.
Yes.
And then the next time we see them, they are at the gun store filling a shopping cart with shotguns, rifles, Rambo knives, a rocket launcher,
landmines. And they're like, oh, pineapples. And they're grenades. It's so dumb.
And the cashier's like, would that be cash or major credit card? Major credit card.
Oh my God, it's not the 80s. And let's put it on credit.
And they're... I clapped at this design choice because they are just pulling their wagon with the breathing machine and their shopping cart full of weapons through the neighborhood. And they pass the home of the sheriff. How do we know it's the home of the sheriff? She has a giant billboard on the front that says home of the sheriff.
That's it. It's just like a residential home that has a billboard on the front.
It's not me standing
black and white.
clapping in my living room for this.
What?
And she is waving at these men, being like, keep up the good work, boys. A fine example of our right to bear arms. Zing.
Yep.
Political joke. Well, Frankie catches Absid talking to Dee Dee, and he sends his boys to take him out back and rough him up. But he can just form a force field around himself.
He's like, boop, 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 boop. Plexiglass.
So this all goes poorly, and Frankie basically says, hey, tonight at the gym, when we do the dance, you guys have to stand guard and don't let these boys in.
Yeah.
But they're going to get in because they're going to zap themselves up through the toilets.
Yes. 1359 is like, there's no conventional ways into the school, but there is a way in.
Oh my God. You guys are going to smell like pee-pee poo-poo the rest of the night.
I mean, there's like green bubbling ooze coming up out of the toilet. That at least kind of empties out the toilet.
Maybe so. Maybe it was. Yeah, that's true. Maybe it was a cleaning solution helping them through.
One can only hope.
But while we're hearing the song Troublemaker by Jimmy and the Mustangs, we're going to see that the Chainsaw Killer and Breather are inside the high school. Oh, back up real quick before we even get to that. The sheriff's men tell the sheriff, hey, we're going to go to the high school because there is a chainsaw murderer is back on the loose again.
Yes.
Here's this dead body of a man he just killed. And she's like, oh, no, I'm going to have to do this. So she calls and she says, am I speaking to the widow of John Lamont? And the woman says, you must be mistaken. I'm not a widow. And she says, the hell you're not, and hangs up the phone.
I can't.
So
I can't.
God, it's
And
so
it's
silly.
Ruth Gordon, so it's like, the hell you can't. Hell you're not. Like, it's just so dumb.
And then this cop at the high school is being pursued by the chainsaw killer.
Yes.
But the chainsaw stops working. So he has to pick up whatever he can, and he finds an electric knife. And then
he cuts off the pistol.
Yeah, he cuts through the pistol with
like
the knife.
a turkey carver.
But then that knife breaks, so then he picks up an electric mixer.
Blender.
Not a
electric
blender,
mixer.
but like a hand mixer, electric hand mixer.
And the deputy sheriff is like, well, my gun's broken, so I'm going to get this wire hanger.
And then the killer, the mixer loses its thing, so then he picks up a can opener, and then the cop is protecting himself with a giant can
Can
I
of
guess
tomato
the
sauce.
cafeteria of tomato sauce. So as he's like opening the can close to, like, tomato sauce is splashing everywhere like a bloody horror film, like he's being killed.
Yeah.
But then the very final moment is the killer has the cop down on the ground. Killer reaches up and grabs an electric toothbrush and just jams it in his mouth.
Brushes his teeth.
Yeah, just white foam comes out of his mouth. And then later we see the cop on the phone being like, yeah, it was weird. Like, I almost got the chainsaw killer, but he gave me the brush off.
Shut the fuck up.
So stupid. But
It's too good, Jeffrey.
okay. I have a cat laying on my headphone wire, so I just know that
fun.
I have limited motion here.
Yeah, that's it. Limited mobility.
Limited mobility. Okay, yeah, this whole thing is so fucking stupid.
Oh my God. The Battle of the Bands. Mm-hmm. Okay, so one, I love rockabilly. I love rockabilly. Like Brian Setzer, Stray Cats, like that is, I was of that age. It's, it's not the most unlimited sound there is. It is pretty formulaic, but neither here nor there. I think it's a lot of fun. And this band is like super fucking fun rockabilly. But then the boys of Devo show up and they turn Dee Dee into a ball of light.
Yep.
And beam her onto the stage in her like white spandex styrofoam side pony hat scrunchy look. And they start, they got the guitar out, like they're rocking out in the most, we are Devo.
Yep. Well, we get the triumvirate of this song, which it starts with Dee Dee singing "Let's Dance Tonight, Let's Party Tonight, Let's Dance, Dance, Dance," and with Temu Devo playing backing. Then it cuts to the Pack or Jimmy and the Mustangs, then playing the same song in the rockabilly,
Dude, the rockabilly version, which I'm like,
and then this
is great.
And then it goes back to Dee Dee is no longer on stage, and it's just Rayma playing the song. So then it's like fully like keyboard new age.
Yeah.
Because when she does it, it's disco. It's very ABBA sounding. So it goes from ABBA to it goes from ABBA to Brian Setzer to Devo. Yeah.
And it's like more intense. Like they're giving they're giving it a little extra sauce each time they kind of get interrupted on both sides.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like when we go back to the rockabilly, they're like standing on the bass. They're doing like a guitar or they're like a saxophone solo, and then we go back to 8 Absid and the Alphabets, Rayma, and they're like all lined up, and they're kind of doing like doing a little choreography. Oh my God, it's great. Key change.
Diane is kind of obsessed with Frankie, and she sees him get mad and leave, and she goes following after him, but she gets caught up in the chainsaw killer who is now pursuing her, and so we're going to get this kind of classic woman being pursued by driller killer through a high school. But
although it's like she's walking down the hall, and she's like, here's a noise. And she keeps going, and then he's just like standing next to her.
Yeah.
Like,
She's like, oh no, this is kind of slow pursuit.
Run.
She gets cornered in the band room behind the timpani, the kettle drum.
Yeah.
And then his chainsaw breaks down. He's like, oh, hey, can you hang on just a second? She's like, sure.
Oh yeah, no problem. Yeah.
She's like, what's the matter? You can't get it to come on? And he's just like, ugh, and he gets mad and he spikes it. She's like, hey, don't treat your tools that way. Here, sit down. I'll show you how to fix it. When was the last time you fucking oiled this thing, dude?
Yeah. You clearly didn't take auto shop.
Yes.
And then their whole story is that she spends the rest of the movie fixing his chainsaw and he falls in love with her.
Yep.
And they're kind of cool by the end.
Feminism.
Is it?
No.
I don't know.
The ultimate, I can
She's
fix
like, hand me
him.
the socket wrench, not the 3/4 1/4 socket wrench.
Oh my God.
Dummy. That's all they do for the rest of the
That's
movie.
so ridiculous.
Is that one gag?
So ridiculous.
I know at one point Chainsaw is chasing Frankie because he has the t-shirt chainsawed like cat scratches
Yeah.
at one point because he has to literally he loses his shirt in every single scene he's in.
He should.
Got to show off those abs.
Well, Dee Dee steps out with Absid and is like, hey, let's go for a walk down by the lake.
Yeah, that was so great.
I love this whole bit of like, it's too bad we can't.
I love that
we can't go
the band is also still just playing without them, by the way.
Well, they go down by the lake and she said it's a pity we can't like take a little dip in the water, but you know, with the acid rains, he's like, wait, what was the acid rains? He said, is that what ruined the lake? And she says, well, it's because several years ago they opened up a plutonium-powered freeze-dried food plant. Mm-hmm. And then later that kind of caused some acid rains, which then made the lake even worse. But it did, thankfully, screw up the nuclear missile plant that was here. And then you see this tentacle coming up from behind them.
Yes.
I love the convoluted Byzantine joke structure.
Yes.
It's really funny.
Yes.
So Dee Dee really wants to travel with Absid, right? And he lets her
to my home
know
planet. I'm an alien.
the funniest one-liner in this whole movie. When she's like, oh, you're an alien. That's great. There's a ton of English bands like Menudo.
Menudo, girl.
We can get you a green card. You can play here. He's like, no, from another planet.
You mean like up there? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come to my ship.
I guess it's possible. I mean, there was Lois Lane fell for Superman. Oh,
Yeah.
and Fay Ray fell for King Kong.
There's tons of mixed relationships.
They go up into the spaceship. The couple of boys from the pack see it happen.
Oh, yeah.
So
They're
now-
like, what?
Speaking of the boys, Frankie is so upset because Dee Dee told him, we're over. We're done.
Yeah.
You and me, we're donezo. And so he tells his boys, you know what? The pack is dissolved. No more beatings, fightings, no more stomping.
My girlfriend broke up with me.
He's like, I'm done
this
with
band
violence.
is over.
And then people are like, no, wait. And then each person who gets close to him, he punches out. I'm done with violence. Whatever you do, you're going to have to get your kicks without me. He then he finally gets his solo.
This is the most improbable of all things.
This is like the videos that play when you do karaoke?
Yes.
This is a
Yes.
karaoke music video, is what this is.
So first, he's walking through the hallway, locker room, or like the lockered hallway, and he goes up to his locker to open it. Except his locker is like 4 lockers that just open as a single door. Mm-hmm. And inside his locker / private chamber, it is filled with red velvet. And there's a picture of Dee Dee,
mm-hmm.
full teased out feathered hair, surrounded in chains, in his love shrine to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what prompts, what is this song? Like, Animal at Caged Heat? I don't know, something like that.
Yeah, it's My World is Empty Without You. Okay, I wrote down some of the lyrics because it's so good. One of the lines is, I'm committing an emotional homicide.
Oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if that quite lands the way you think it's supposed to.
What are you doing?
The idea of the song is, I have been too invested in my own idea of what masculinity is supposed to be.
Yes. I'm like a panther.
Yes.
And I'm out here prowling. I'm doing the thing. But really, I'm just afraid to be hurt.
Yes. The
Meanwhile,
chorus, I wrote this down because I wanted to share it.
Please.
This is the chorus. That's the nature of the beast, keeping up the male persona. That's the nature of the beast, keeping up my status quota. Status quota?
Quota? Meanwhile, there's these two background dancers in full Chitara going, "Rawr, prowl, prowl," like asymmetrical leggings, prowl. And they're like on a rock outside, and he's like in a tree, and then he's singing a solo without a shirt on, like just doing an ab crunch.
There he is.
Side note, apparently this is so bad. I don't even know why I'm telling this story.
Please.
Apparently one of the dancers was on her period, and they couldn't film all the scenes with the cougar that they wanted because they were afraid that the cougar would smell the blood and like maim them.
Oh, God.
So travesty.
My Lord. Yeah, this scene is...
like, it'll smell blood and it might attack you.
This scene is so funny and it's so stupid. And also, I just think really lovely, right? Like, this is what I'm referring to in my intro, which is just to say...
He's having his, like, reversal of fortune. He's like, wait, I've been thinking about this all wrong.
And it's not that he comes to the conclusion... As much as I made fun of the lyrics of the song, they're a little goofy, but the point of the song is not, I'll do anything to get my girl back.
No.
I mean, the song is, my life is empty without you, but it's the realization that with you gone, I now see how empty my life is.
Yes.
And I was using you to fill this void.
Yes.
And now I understand it's because I've just only concentrated on my outward shell of a self. So that's what I mean by like understanding right and wrong. It's about getting what you want, but also being who you want to be. And he understands. Anyways, I just thought this was a deep fucking moment for an 80s teen comedy.
Like all of his posturing, like just is not getting him the thing that he wants.
Yeah. And meanwhile, up on the ship, Absid and Dee Dee are having their own conversation.
Also there, what is it, like the rainbows and the rain?
Oh, yeah.
Like you and me in heaven, be my rainbow as we sail through space.
Oh, wait, I gotta, can I find this lyric?
Because this is also quite good. This is also like they're literally in front of like shots of sunsets, stars.
Yes.
Karaoke background.
I was thinking about the Jermaine Jackson song. I had written down a lyric from that song, which is listen to this rhyme scheme. When the rain begins to fall, you're like my rainbow in the sky, and I'll catch you if you begin to fall. What?
Did you just rhyme fall with fall?
No.
Who are you, Eminem?
Yeah, so they're having their own little...
They're in the heavens. They're spacey in the heavens, which is also kind of amazing.
But we're starting to get a little bit real about we instantly fell in love, but what's our intention here? Because we learn on his planet, there is no emotion. You have what did he call it? An
indectomy?
Emolectomy.
Emolectomy.
Which is where you have your gland that produces emotions removed. It's a simple procedure, but no, we don't experience love on our planet, but we also don't have hatred.
Or hate. Yeah.
But what about if without emotion, how do you have sex? Oh, we have sex almost every night.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's going to be an issue. What if I just like visited and I didn't have to get the operation? But she also is talking about what she wants in her life.
I know.
Which begins with, do you remember the 3 jobs she mentions she was thinking about doing?
Politics.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. No, I don't.
A bomber pilot.
That's it. A bomber pilot.
Or a nun.
A nun. Yeah, like I was thinking about being a nun or a bomber pilot or maybe politics. But again, I'm just updating my Grindr profile left, right, and center here.
But he's listening to her say, like, oh, when we get to your planet, you guys are such a great band. I'm going to help rocket this to success. We're going to get a book deal. We're going to get a tour. We're going to get action figures. And he's like, wait, do you love me? Or like this idea of like,
like, is it me you love, or is it you want to be the lead singer of a band,
Yes.
any band?
Because you had just come out of a relationship where he has been controlling your every move.
Yeah.
And so maybe you're not ready for the massive change it would require to live on my planet.
And she's like, oops, gotta go. Bye-bye.
But yeah, she realizes too that like, she
I didn't think
understands the
things
same
through.
thing. Like, I can't live there.
Yeah.
So when she gets back, it's morning. I guess this party went on until like 9 a.m.
Sure.
Frankie and Dee Dee run into each other. She was like, Frankie, I'm so sorry. And he's like, I'm so sorry. And then they kiss. And Absinthe sees it and knows, we're done.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Pack it up, boys.
The breather man attacks Frankie.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Breather attacks. Okay, breather dies because breather goes to cut him, but he cuts the electrical wire instead, and it
Yes.
electrocutes him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The rockabilly band sees somebody go up into the telephone booth, so they go up there, they trash the spaceship. It's like, the pack rules, okay?
Down with alphabet creeps.
Yes. And then they get the fuck out of there.
Yes.
I wanted there to be like a harmony of the bands, but we didn't get that.
No.
And then it's kind of like the Devo boys are just like, well, we gave it our best shot.
We realize that they are just going to move on. Like they are, they're
Experiment over.
They aren't the main characters. The Earthlings are the main characters. But before they leave, they're kind of watching what all is going down here. First, Frankie frees himself from the first killer, but then the Chainsaw Man comes.
That's it.
Oh, I know what it is. Before the Chainsaw Man, that tentacle wraps around the high school.
That's right. Oh, that's right. Deus Ex Machina attacks, like the tentacle attacks Frankie and Dee Dee, and Frankie saves Dee Dee. And she's like, oh, maybe you are kind of good to have around.
He tries to save her, but who saves them is Chainsaw Man.
That's right.
Because they've got the chainsaw. He and Diane have the chainsaw working. He gets through, and she's like, get the fucking beast. And he does. And just
and
like
bubbles come out of the tentacles.
like soap bubbles.
It's like bubbles.
Yep.
And then it's like it cuts off like the tip of a tentacle that's like 5 inches, and then the tentacles have now surrounded an entire building, and they're like, oh, and start retreating. So it's like you just like stubbed your toe, and you're like, ah.
I like that Diane. So in the aftermath, Diane in front of Frankie and Dee Dee, Diane turns to the chainsaw guy and said, "You were terrific. Hey, you want to go for a little walk?" He's like, "You bet." And they leave, and Frankie looks at Dee Dee and just goes, "Do you know that guy?"
Nope.
No, Frankie. I love you. You're so down to earth. Haha. Okay, so in their conversation, Frankie and Dee Dee, Frankie's like, "Hey, I want to make changes. I want to perform. I want to do this, and I want our act to be Frankie and Dee Dee." No, Dee Dee and Frankie.
From now on, only duets.
Oh, Frankie. And then they start making out.
And then we have like a duet song between the two of them.
Yes.
In front of more sort of green screen clouds and sunsets.
I forget which one it is, but yeah. Oh no, they don't sing a duet. It's just more like medley sort of thing happening.
Okay.
I think it's the "When the Rain Begins to Fall" song is playing again.
Yes.
But before that happens, the pack has all decided we're gonna get Frankie for leaving us, and then they see him out there with this girl, and they're like, "Let's go mess with him, boys." And it's Absid that sees this happening, and he just presses a button, and it turns them all into Boy Scouts. They're like, "Golly gee, what are we doing in the woods, you guys?"
Sure.
The sheriff gets zapped out of her steamroller where she's run over 2 delivery men.
Yes. And turns them into wind sails, and they've cleaned up the lake. Mm-hmm. So now there's like Ruth Gordon on a windsurfing on a lake.
She tells her deputy when they get zapped to the beach, "Come on, let's get wet," which is how you say that. And then the ship flies away.
but also because it like it's a guitar, but it like rears up like a snake and then goes real fast.
Yes. And
Dumb.
Let's Dance Tonight plays over the ending credits. The end. Shall we rate this movie?
Yes, let's.
How approachable is this movie on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 being not at all approachable for horror squeamish people, 10 being very approachable. I mean, my God, Voyage of the Rock Aliens is 10 out of 10. This is a horror movie because of its use of horror tropes, but it is clearly subverting all of them in the name of comedy. It is a tribute to horror and sci-fi films on UHF channels. It is not that at all. It's super goofy, super fun. It's a really great time capsule of the 1980s. And I think, I don't even have any content warnings other than like, I feel like some like passive homophobia and fat phobia and whatever else. But like, it's not a feminist masterpiece. It does not represent race other than backup dancers and Jermaine Jackson too well. It also isn't insulting or cynical about it either. It's just white people doing white people things, and it's a lot of fun. So there you go, 10 out of 10 for approachability, to speak nothing of approachability. How do you rate this as a horror film, Cecil?
Is this film awesome and totally bitchin'? Yes. Is it a horror movie? It is not.
No.
So, like, 1.
Yeah.
1 side pony scrunchie.
Let's figure out what movie we are going to watch next. You've got a scare die. I have a style die. We will roll those up and see what movie matches those two things. Cecil, on your scare die, if you roll a 1, our next movie's scare is clowns or dolls. 2, ghost. 3, conspiracy. 4, a psycho killer. 5, it's got to have 4 or more legs as the scare. Or 6, magic with a K.
That's a 6.
We just put it on. We just take it off. Magic. With your magic, we're going to match it up with the style I roll. If we roll a 1, it's a wild card, whatever magic we want. 2, it's got to have a 1-word title. 3, it's got to be from the decade of the 2000s. 4, based on a book or other media. 5, a bottle movie. Or 6, something featuring or by a horror icon. What do we got here? Magic means 6, horror icon.
Ooh, fun.
Horror icon had been on there for 7 weeks. Okay, we wrote down a couple of movies that would match this, but we're also at Random Horror 9 on Letterboxd, where we have lists of all of the possible die rolls that week, and you can go check out those lists and add to them through the comments. Here's what we wrote down. I've got some kind of modernish movies. But I do have a classic. I have the George Romero, I think 1970 or 71, Season of the Witch.
Oh, yeah.
Love me a George A. Romero.
This is also like, I think this is one that sort of was overlooked in its time because people were like, bring us more zombies. And he's like, no, I'm going to do an actual kind of feminist manifesto on the power of magic and, and people went, oh. More zombies. And he's like, all right, more zombies it is.
Fine. I'm very interested in this movie. Another one is The House of the Devil. I put this on here because Ty West.
Love this flick. This is kind of like when I began to notice there is something going on in horror movies that is like, I could see the zeitgeist was changing.
Yeah. And
it kind of started with this movie, or when I noticed it.
Another very active contemporary director is Oz Perkins, and he did Gretel and Hansel.
I like Gretel and Hansel. I mean, the visuals are amazing. It is maybe a bit thin. It's a fairy tale, so like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's got some good visuals, though.
I've become slightly more intrigued with Oz Perkins since seeing The Monkey and Blackcoat's Daughter.
Yeah.
I started with Long Legs and should not have begun there. And then another one, a movie that I think was not well received in its time, and maybe for good reason, is Dario Argento's third in his trilogy. This is The Mother of Tears.
I saw this movie in the movie theaters at that. Oh God, it's no longer there. The movie theater on Houston Street.
Oh, the Sunshine or
yeah, Sunshine.
Yeah,
Sunshine Theater.
Yeah.
It's not great.
Not good, Bob.
Not good. Not good. I mean, it's a film, and it is competently made, but
It is the Pia Zadora sang these songs compliment of...
This is big in Italy.
Okay, so that's what we wrote down. What did people on Letterboxd have to say, Cecil?
Squin is coming out hard out of the gate with Child's Play, 1988. Oh. Charles Lee Ray uses voodoo to transfer her soul into a doll.
Of course.
Icons Chucky, Brad Dourif, Tom Holland, Don Mancini. Yeah.
Of course.
Horror icons across the board. Monstrum recommends Beetlejuice. And also recommends Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Okay. Oh,
Both of them very good suggestions. Samson Ceramic recommends The Witches of Eastwick.
Yes.
I mean, Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer, Jack Nicholson.
I thought about this. My only thing with this movie was I was having a hard time finding the horror icon. I was finding icons left and right. But it was the horror icon. I think I have a similar thing with, I guess Beetlejuice is Tim Burton. But going back to Beetlejuice, the magic in that is a bioexorcist, but that's not really like magic.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess you're right.
But
they do
Elvira, that is true horror icon. And Child's Play too, because Chucky is one of the all-time villains.
Yeah.
But yeah, Witches of Eastwick...
Are you saying Michael Keaton and Jack Frost is not on your icon list?
Just not quite to the same level. And listen, Jack Nicholson has been in some horrifying roles. He's the dentist in Little Shop of Horrors, which is a true villainous character. Yep.
This is peak.
But yeah.
Max Bird recommends White Zombie, icon Bela Lugosi.
Sure. Yeah.
Katie recommends Weapons. Zach Krager might have only made 2 horror films so far, but they were good enough to be an icon, ? And Amy Madigan as Aunt Gladys. Iconic.
Yeah, I do wonder if 10 years from now we're still talking about Aunt Gladys as in, yeah.
Time will tell. How Do Monster recommends Pan's Labyrinth.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, definitely horror icon there, and definitely, kind of like fairy magic, you know. Cronenberg TA recommends Serpent of the Rainbow, which is a Wes Craven
of course.
movie based on actual events. Bill Pullman goes to Haiti to research a drug. Meet some crazy adventures down there. Half Price Horror recommends Inferno. We watched Inferno though, haven't we?
We did watch Inferno. That's true. I forget what
because we're like number? That was how does lunar eclipse work? Was the question mark from that movie. And finally, Robot MacGyver says Wishmaster, which is a Wes Craven joint.
Okay.
Bringing an evil genie to life. They also have a few questions about things like Addams Family. Addams Family could be a horror icon. Okay. And magic-y.
Oh, so by Addams Family, they're talking about the folks that made Hellbender. So there is something about DIY horror icon to them.
Okay. Absolutely.
We do have a nice list of things that we wrote down.
It's all over the place. Old, new, campy, very serious.
There's going to be one. I'm going to tell you one that I want to see.
Yeah.
That fits the bit. And then one that I think probably fits the most best, which is the one I really want to see is Season of the Witch. Just because George A. Romero, it feels like an important film. I love him as a filmmaker. The one that I think fits really well for magic, because it's got a grimoire in it, and horror icon is Elvira, Mistress of the Dark.
Oh, really?
When you talk about horror icon, that is... Listen, we're kind of in 80s brain right now, but
we're in 80s comedy, horror comedy.
I'm not saying we should do Elvira. I'm just saying, when you say horror icon, she is...
Yeah.
The most iconic of anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
She is a poster.
See, I would make a real strong case for Child's Play.
Child's Play is also great too. Huge.
Chucky is an icon. Brad Dourif has been in Exorcist 3. It's we've also never covered any of these movies for the show. And if we watch the first, we can get in on the ground floor of the first one. And it is like stupid, dumb magic of like, I'm a serial killer and I'm going to use voodoo to put myself into a doll.
My only thing about the magic here is that as a whole, this is more slasher killer as the scare.
Oh, no, there's more magic in this than you would think.
Is there? Okay.
There kind of is.
Okay.
Like, there's a vortex that like, it is magic based.
Okay.
Yes, it is a doll with a knife, but there is
I
definitely
wasn't
magic.
sure if the voodoo bit was just a jumpstart the plot sort of thing.
Kind of.
Okay.
But it's there. It's solidly there. I mean, also White Zombie would be an interesting one.
White Zombie.
Like,
I think
Serpent of the Rainbow.
Serpent of the Rainbow,
would be
Wes Craven is horror icon, and that is a movie about, I think, in the sense of magic with a K.
Yeah.
As in, like, a more pagan, non-Christian magic.
Yeah, I mean, it's straight up voodoo.
Yeah.
Voodoo. And it's also like, this is, after watching this week's movie, which was totally bitchin', but not a horror film.
Good point.
Serpent of the Rainbow is like scary.
Okay.
And like the special effects are kind of top notch.
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's good.
Serpent in the Rainbow? And then also like House of the Devil is real good, but that's also more, it's a little more Satanist than it is magic with, I mean, there is a magic element to it, but
Yeah.
it is kind of more like we're literally summoning the devil, which I guess is magic. Sure. I don't know. Serpent in the Rainbow? Child's Play. Elvira. Wishmaster. Nah, Wishmaster's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, we've come off of a couple of cheesy movies with Rock Aliens, Poison for the Fairies.
Yeah.
November was also like folk horror and black comedy.
Yeah.
Encounters of
see
the
a scary
Spooky
movie.
Kind was real
I want to see
goofy.
a scary movie.
Yeah, we haven't really done a scary movie in a bit. Maybe we have to go back to When Evil Lurks, which was
Yeah.
8 or 9 episodes ago.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We've got to turn back to our horror squeamish.
Yeah. So for that reason, yeah, no Elvira. I think also
Yeah.
Season of the Witch maybe doesn't quite fit that in
It's
the right way.
good. It's slower. It's more psychological.
Mm-hmm.
It really is like kind of a 1970s feminist manifesto. Like it really is. But it's not scary.
So Child's Play and Serpent and the Rainbow sounds like we're kind of narrowing down to those
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference on which one you'd rather see? I mean, like, I'm kind of interested in getting into a franchise.
yeah.
Like, so there's Child's Play. So as you said, we still have
We've been
not
dancing
covered
around
that.
it for 5 years now.
So maybe that's the one we want to do, unless you feel strongly.
Okay, so Serpent in the Rainbow is a much more, I would say, is a better film.
Okay.
But Child's Play, have I ever seen Child's Play all the way through not on USA? I think I've only ever seen it edited for cable. So I don't think I've ever seen it in its entirety unedited.
That's interesting.
But you are right. It has significantly less magic. It's like the magic puts him in the doll. And then he's like, I need to put my soul into this kid.
Yeah.
And that's why he's terrorizing the kid. Versus Serpent of the Rainbow, which is like, the entire like well-researched mythology of Haiti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like one of them is like the dumbest version of voodoo, and the other one's like the most serious version of voodoo we can possibly get.
Okay. Yeah, because Serpent and the Rainbow is also like based off of a nonfiction book by what's his head? I forget. Yeah, I can go either way. I like both of these ideas. Like,
Let's
just
flip a coin.
I'll flip a coin. Let me get my.
Let the random horror fates decide.
Okay, so on this eagle side is going to be just Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yep.
And then on the star side, that is going to be Child's Play. Let's see here. I'm going to flip. I'm going to catch it this time. I've got eagle, so that is Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yeah, let's go watch a scary movie.
Oh, I'm so
The
excited.
special effects in this are kind of great, not gonna lie.
I'm very excited for this. I'm super glad we're going to get like a scary, scary movie. So thank you, Cronenberg TA, for that suggestion that we missed. And thank you all for listening. Thank you, Cecil, for talking with me. If you have thoughts on Voyage of the Rock Aliens or ideas for other movies that would have been good, magic meets horror icon, let us know. We're at Random Horror 9 on Blue Sky, Instagram, and on Patreon, where our public discussion threads are public for every episode. You don't have to be a paying member to participate and watch Serpent and the Rainbow with us this week. And come on back next Tuesday for a new episode. Have a restful night with no one trying to kill you with a can opener or nothing. Boo.
Boo!
Random Number Generator Horror Podcast number 9 is hosted by me, Jeffrey Craner, and Cecil Baldwin. Find more of our work on the podcast Welcome to Night Vale. This show is produced by Night Vale Presents. It is edited by me with music by Cecil and logo by David Baldwin. See original artwork for each episode by David on Instagram. Join us for live streams on Patreon. Watch our recording sessions on YouTube. Chat with us on Blue Sky and contribute to our movie selection process on Letterboxd. We're in all of those places at Random Horror 9. Today's scary story. Aliens come to your town to share their music with you. You're thrilled until you learn all they brought is 80s new wave.